morning from Where the YoCals grow, and as you can see, I am standing inside the house and I am so excited to finally be back filming and getting back into the garden after a long vacation. In today's video, you can see we are standing inside the house, and that is because we're going to be starting seeds. By 8 a.m. it's almost 100 degrees, and by 9 a.m. it is 100 degrees here in North Texas. So I chose to film this inside the house. We are going to be starting 5 different varieties of marigolds today and 5 different trays, and that'll be for our fall planting, our harvest planting for our flower beds, and our flower pots come in October. So if you all are new here, welcome, and if you are returning, I am so glad to see you again. Let's get growing, y'all. Okay, you all, so before we get started, I want to talk about when you're starting seeds. For those of you who are new, for those of you who are not new, this is just kind of a repeat thing for you all. Anytime you get a packet of seeds, on the back of your packet of seeds is all the information that you need to plant those seeds. It gives you, based off color right here, the time or the range of months to plant your plants. And then it tells you if they need full sun, moderate water, how deep to plant them, how to space them, and how long it takes for them. These are Cracker Jack marigolds, so these take 75 days. So just about the time we're ready to, sorry for the background noise, I have a little 3-year-old, little toddler that runs through the house, for those of you who are new. About the time that we'll be ready to start planting all of our window sills and our harvest pots, these Cracker Jacks will be ready. Now, not all marigolds take 75 days. Some of them only take 60 days, but all of the seeds, no matter what kind of seeds you get, what kind of flowers, what kind of vegetables, it doesn't matter. All the information you need to plant them is always on the back of the seed. If it is not, or you have extra questions, Google is a great resource, as is YouTube, for those of you who are watching this, to just Google the name of the plant and just put seed to plant how many days, and it'll tell you, or how to plant, it'll tell you. So we're going to be planting together. We're going to be planting these Cracker Jack seeds, Cracker Jack marigold seeds. I've planted most of them up because there are 5 trays, and these trays are, I believe, 70 cell trays, and I will link these down in the description. Also, if you haven't seen my previous video on my pansy video where I planted my pansies up in some of these, I will link that down in the description below as well, so you can see how I filled these up. Honestly, y'all, it's pretty simple. You put your soil in, fill up all your cells. If the soil, you can wet and moisten the soil, I hate that word, but you can moisten the soil before, or you can put the soil in and then fill your trays about halfway full on these, and then for a couple hours let the water soak. Once it's, you know, when you touch it, it's wet, go ahead and dump the rest of the water in the bottom of the tray, because you don't want to oversaturate your seeds no matter what you plant, because they're just going to mold. And then I've got some vermiculite that I will put over the tops of these that will help keep mold somewhat under control on top of the trays. So here we go, let's get planting these. Let me show you the soil, or I should say seed starting soil that I use. It's called Coast of Maine Organic Seed Starter. It comes with worm casting, lobster meal, kelp meal, and fully cured compost. I don't know, microphasa, I think that's how you pronounce it. This is an amazing seed starting soil. It is a little expensive, so I tend to go to eBay and get soils like this. The more you buy, the cheaper you pay. So one bag, if you're just to buy one bag, I believe it's $27. If you buy 2 bags, then it reduces to $23. Once you're at 3 bags or more, then it comes down to about $19 a bag, and it's free shipping out of eBay. And I will link that particular store down in the description for you. Let me show you what I'm gonna do. It's pretty simple. That's the soil that's in here. And then I'm just gonna open this up. Okay, so we're just gonna lightly dust the seeds with extra soil. These big bunches, just break them up. Just break them up over the top. It's not gonna hurt anything. Just make sure all your seeds are covered. I tend not to try and push my seeds down in to the trays. I lay them right on the top. That's why there's still a little space in each tray that you see, and that's just because I don't want to push my seeds too far in the soil. And I also don't want to break the seeds. Some seeds too far down in the soil is just too far down, and it's hard when they're tiny to germinate and get up. But that is the Cracker Jack. So let's talk about all the other ones. We're going to put this top on. You can see they come with air holes. This was a neat kit. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, so let's talk about the varieties I have planted. One of the varieties that I fell in love with, I was watching another YouTuber and she had mentioned that she had gotten these from Baker's Creek. So this year when I ordered flowers, I made sure to get them, and that is the Kilimanjaro White Marigold. These things get huge. If you haven't seen my tour videos, there's a lot of them on the early spring videos, just because it's gotten a little hot. Even though these will bloom through the summer, it's gotten a little hot. Not sure why I threw away the packages, but I threw away the packages to these other ones. I have a Jaguar Marigold and a Dwarf Marigold that I have planted. I also planted some more calendula, which was another Baker's Creek calendula. It was just the orange one that was real pretty. We're the Mission Giant, they're called the Mission Giant Marigold. Really big heads on them. If you just saw recently the tour, I actually show one on there. Big orange head. They're either orange or yellow. You don't know what you're going to get in the variety. You're either going to get yellow or orange, so you kind of just gotta throw in the dice to see what happens. And then the final one was a different Cracker Jack marigold that looks different, where some of my Cracker Jacks, they're these colors right here. And then the other Cracker Jack that I have is the one that is orange with the burgundy tips, which are actually my favorite ones. So those are all the marigolds that I have. Plus calendula, I know people are trying to say, calendula's not a marigold. Well, actually it is part of the marigold family. So technically it is. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video and you got some value out of it today. If you did, be sure to give us a like and a thumbs up. It helps our channel to continue to grow. Let me know down in the comments if you have started any seeds or if you do big harvest planting out in your gardens. It is one of my favorite times of the year, and I promise you, from inside the house to outside the house and around is completely decorated here, and I cannot wait until that time comes to be able to share that with you. So if you are new here and you want to see those videos, you better subscribe and hit that notification button, because those videos will be posted come September and October, and there'll actually be some before that, because we start decorating on the inside of the house August 1st. Yep, August 1st. I'm an Italian woman, my husband is Portuguese. We have huge families, and these are big traditions within our family, so we start decorating August 1st for the first harvest of the year, which is the grain and seed harvest and corn harvest. For those of you who don't know, who didn't grow up on big farms in Kansas, those are the times that these things are harvested. So I would hate for you to miss those videos. Until I see you in the next one, you all take care of yourself, and most importantly, no matter how you do it, always keep growing no matter what happens. Bye-bye, y'all.